So, how are you, all of you guys? I hope all of you are very happy and safe at your home. So, today we will discuss a new assignment, or we can say that a new topic, that is heat transfer from wind surface. So, I am Harinan Sharma and pursuing BTech from NIT Jalandhar. So, before starting our lecture, we will discuss main basic concept of what is heat transfer and what is wind surface, and after that we will discuss the types of wind surface and application of wind surface, and some basic equations that is used in different type of wind surfaces, and uses of that type of surfaces. So start our lecture. So basically, first of all, what is heat transfer? So we can see in the screen. So heat transfer is a disciple, or we can say that discipline of thermal engineering that concerns the generation, use, conversion, and heat and exchange of thermal energy between physical systems. Heat transfer is classified into various mechanisms such as thermal conduction, thermal convection, thermal radiation, and transfer of energy by phase changes. So basically, heat transfer is a change of is a transfer of heat, between two surfaces. Man define that the man concept, or we can say that main topic that is defined to heat transfer, that is temperature. Heat will transfer from high temperature to low temperature for acquire equilibrium states. So the temperature term is very important for heat transfer. So heat will transfer from three mechanisms, that is thermal conduction, thermal convection, and radiation also. So here you can say that that a pot is given in the diagram, and we will providing heat by gas. And there are three types of heat transfer. First of all, conduction in the hand of the hand of the pump. When we provide heat at the bottom of the pot, the molecules of the pot will also heated, because of heat will transfer from upper pot to the hand of the part. So here handing part is can say that conduction, and the water is also boiling, and it can also heated. So the process of that is convection, and another environment will also heated by a radiation. So that type of heat will call radiation heat transfer. So now we will discuss what are fins. In the study of heat transfer, fins are surfaces that extend from an object to increase the rate of heat transfer to or from the environment by increasing convection. Increasing convection, it is an important term. So sorry guys, we have moved ahead. So convection or radiation of an object determines the amount of heat it transfers. So next is chapter 4. So basically, this is a chapter 4 in our BTech course. So heat transfer from extended surfaces. So we will discuss some topics in the further PPTs or further slides. So basically, that are introduction and types of fins, governing equations of fins, and heat dissipation through rectangular fin, and heat dissipation from infinitely long fin. And after that we will discuss heat dissipation from a fin insulated at the tip. And after that we will discuss heat dissipation from a fin losing heat at a tip. And fin efficiency and effectiveness we will also cover in that lecture. So last topic of this slides is estimation of error in temperature measurement in a thermometer well. So let's start our lecture. So basically, first of all, introduction and types of fins. So convection, heat transfer between a solid surface. So guys, just wait a second, I am using a pen. Sorry guys. I hope I'm audible, and is it visible to all of you guys? So convection heat transfer between a solid surface and a moving fluid is governed by the Newton's cooling of law, that is Q equals to HA T system minus T infinite. Here H the constant, A is the surface area, and Ts is the temperature of system, and T infinite is the temperature of any point. So therefore, to increase the convective heat transfer, one can, so by changing the temperature of the system, we can say that we can increase the heat transfer. We can increase the heat transfer from one surface to another surface. So here increase the temperature difference Ts minus T infinite between the surface and the fluid. So we can say that when we increase the temperature difference, Q also increase, because Q proportional to difference of temperatures. So increase the convection coefficient H. This can be accomplished by increasing the fluid flow over the surface, since H is a function of the flow velocity, and the higher the velocity, the higher the H. Example of cooling fan. So here is saying that H is a function of flow velocity, and higher the velocity. Sorry, H is a function of flow velocity. So when we increase the flow velocity, H is also increased. H increased, then Q also increase. So we can say that by increasing H, heat will also increase. So for example, cooling fan, and increase the contact surface area. So sorry, a cooling fan, in cooling fan, when we start our cooling fan, heat will transfer rapidly, because cooling fan, our body will become colder, because our heat will transfer from our body to environment is rapidly. So our body is going to be cooled rapidly. So cooling fan will increase the heat transfer. So increase the contact surface area. So after increasing the contact surface area, we can say that Q will also increase. So example, the heat sink with fins. So and an extended surface, also known as a combined conduction convection system or a fin, is a solid within which heat transfer by conduction is assumed to be one dimensional, while heat is also transferred by convection and radiation from the surface in a direction transfers to that of conduction. So basically in this topic, in this slide, we discussed that how we can increase the heat transfer by increasing H, by increasing surface area, by increasing temperature difference, or we also discussed the fins or extended surfaces. What is extended surfaces and some example. So next slide. So now we will discuss, or we can say that we will present introduction and types of fins. The term extended surface, that is fin, is commonly used in reference to a solid that experiences energy transfer by conduction within its boundaries, as well as energy transfer by convection or radiation between its boundaries and the surroundings. Extended surfaces may exist in many situations, but are commonly used as fins to enhance heat transfer by increasing the surface area available for convection. So we can say that the fin is a material that increase that surface area very high. So if we can say that when surface area is high, then heat will transfer rapidly. So fins are used to promote, or we can say that to improve the heat transfer. So note, they are particularly beneficial when H is small, as for a gas and natural convection. So we can say that in previous slide we have discussed that Q equals to H at Ts minus T infinite. When H is very small, then we have to increase the surface area for increasing heat. So fins provided higher surface area. So higher surface area, so that so that heat transfer is rapidly. So it is useful. It is a application of that fins. Another is applications, the arrangement for cooling engine heads on motorcycles and lawn movers, or for cooling electric power transformers. The tubes with attached fins used to promote heat exchange between air and the working fluid of an air conditioner, because fins provide a higher surface area, so heat will transfer rapidly. So in cooler fans heat will transfer rapidly, so our body will cooled. And because our body's heat will transfer from our body to environment, and cooling electric power also, power transfers also. So types of fins we can see in the diagrams. So first of all, this is a straight fin of uniform cross sections. You can say that it is a straight. Here is straight and here also is straight. And uniform cross sections, everywhere is uniform cross section. Here is fixed, and uniform cross sections, here also uniform cross sections. So we can say that in that diagram. So another is it is a straight fin of non-uniform cross sections. We can saw here, we can say or we can saw in that diagram that here is a higher cross section compared to here, so it is not a uniform cross section. So straight fin of non-uniform cross sections. So another is annular fin. You can say that it is a circular, it is a conical or Belnakar, and it is a circular plate. And here is pin fin. You can see in that diagram. It is a type of fins. So another, we will discuss governing equation of fins. So now we will cover the equations that is used in fins, or we can say that fins used in industries. We what type of equations we used in industries for application. So here you can say that first of all we have take a small small surface area, or we can say that small amount of radial, or we can say that amount of straight line, that is dx. And here we can assume that it is a x side and it is a y direction. It is a x direction along to the length of the fin. So it is a length of the fin, and it is a height of the fin. So we take a surface area, or we can say that we take a small part of the fin, that is that type of that part of fin we used, or we can say that we zoomed in that picture. So here is a q transfer, q conduction inside and q conduction outside. That means q heat will transfer from here to this side, from this side to this side. And convection outside, here also can transfer heat, because it is a two-dimensional transfer. And it is a surface area that is dsx, and it is a complete surface area, and it is a small surface area. So now another we will discuss. So q conduction in power, q conduction out plus q conduction out. That means the net energy fill constant, and it is a uniform energy conservation law. So the heat inside the fin equals to heat outside the fin. So heat inside the fin is, that is heat inside the fin, that is q conduction in. So here is q conduction in, and equals to the two way, that are the two ways, or we can say that are the two sides where heat will transfer from one side and from another side. So net heat outside from fin, that is q convection outside, and plus q conduction outside. So here is also written q conduction outside plus q convection outside. So assumptions, what so now we will discuss that for describing that equations, what assumptions we have assumed. So heat transfer is assumed to be in only one dimensional, in the longitudinal x direction, even though conduction within the fin is actually two-dimensional. The rate at which the energy is convected to the fluid from any point on the fin surface must be balanced by the rate at which the energy reaches that point due to conduction in the transverse visor direction. However, in practice, the fin is thin, and temperature changes in the longitudinal direction are much larger than those in the transverse direction. steady state conditions are assumed. Thermal conductivity is assumed to be constant. Radiation from the surface is assumed to be negligible. Convection heat transfer coefficient is assumed to be uniform over the surface. So all of these assumptions we have assumed in to describing the equations, or we can say that to verifying, or we can say that to study of the fins. So it is please remember the all assumptions. So here we have also studied that Q conduction inside equals to Q conduction outside plus Q convection outside, because heat transfer from inside equals to heat transfer from outside. Outside is Q convection out plus Q conduction out, and inside is Q conduction in. So here is written in that equation. So Q conduction in equals to Qx. That is when Q conduction formula is Qx, that is called Qx. Yeah, because inside heat will transfer from only one side, that is x direction. So heat is transferring in only one direction, that is x direction. So Qx equals to minus K surface area, that is Ka or Ka dt by dx. That is the equation of heat transfer. So another is so we can say that Q conduction outside equals to Qx plus dx plus equals to minus Kac x dt by dx plus dx d by dx minus Ka dt by dx into dx. How it is how it has come in that place. So here is Qx plus dx, because x here is x, and after that we will move to towards the x direction. The dx distance will cover. So till now the total distance will x plus dx. So it is here is name is x plus dx. So that is K a dt by dx. So first of all, from here to here, that is dt by dx plus d by dx into from here to here, that is minus Kac dt by dx into dx, because here is a small part, or we can say that a small region. So we use dx. So Ka dt by dx. And further we will discuss Q convection outside equals to dq convection. Q convection outside, the formula of this equation is Q convection outside equals to dq convection. So I hope all of you are familiar of that. I hope that all of you are familiar of such type of equations, because it is a part of heat transfer that is a BTech or BSc course, and you have already studied that equations in heat transfer through linear plane, or we can say that through two-dimensional heat transfer, and conduction heat transfer, convection heat transfer, radiation heat transfer. I hope all of you are familiar of that, because after you have studied all of that topic, you are also feel easy in that lecture. So before watching this video, please watch another videos that is related to heat transfer and basic heat transfer, because it is a higher heat transfer and higher problem, or we can say that it is a fin type of heat transfer that is higher in nature, or difficulty in nature. So before starting this video, or we can say that before watching this video, please go through another videos to understand the basic concept of heat transfer, because it is assignment. And assignment, when teacher gives assignment, so when teacher gives assignment, that means teacher have already covered all of that topics before covering to that present topic. So dq convection. So here is here temperature is the temperature is Tx, and here is T infinite, and another we will discuss H dA Tx minus T infinite. So H a dt H a Tx minus T infinite, because we have already covered in previous slides the formula of Q convection is H a dt. So H and here is the surface area of dA. It is a small part of fin, so we have taken a dA surface area, and Tx is a temperature of system, and T infinite is a temperature of environment. So now we can say that when we put all of three these values in the equation, q conduction q conduction inside equals to q conduction outside plus q convection outside, the term that will cancel out, these two term will cancel out. So further simplification, we will get many equations. Sorry guys, I think so. When we adding all three equations, or we can say that when we put all these values, we these equations cancel out, and the further simplification, we get many equations. So I think you can solve yourself, and it is a simple mathematical calculations. You can solve yourself. So here is some cases, different cases, and further simplification by different type of using different cases. So first is fin tip boundary condition, and fin tip, here you can say that fin tip theta infinite equals to 0, that means temperature of infinite 0, and here x tends to infinite, that means the very high very long fin, very high fin, infinite long fin, we can say that infinite long fin because its length tends to infinite. So and p is 2w plus 2t, p equals to 2w, w है ना, is it clear, 2w plus 2t, that means perimeter of that fin, w plus this side of w plus this side sorry, this side w plus this w, so 2w plus this t plus this t, so 2w plus 2t, and area of that fin is multiplication of length into height. So length is w and height is t, so wt. Is it clear? And adiabatic tip, that is adiabatic tip. In adiabatic tip, we know that heat in adiabatic process, or we can say that adiabatic tip, heat will not transfer from one surface to another surface. So here qx equals to minus k dt by dx, or we can say that d theta by dx. Here theta is used in place of t, so that equals to 0, because in adiabatic tip q will become 0, or we can say that q will not transfer. Prescribed tip temperature, here is prescribed temperature, x equals to L, that is the length of the fin, and t infinite, here you can watch here all of thing, you can see that is the length of the fin, length of the fin, cylindrical fin, that is L, and area of the surface area of the cylindrical fin, that is AC, and the temperature is TB, and it is the diameter of the fin, that is D. So we can say that perimeter is pi d, because the perimeter formula is 2 pi r. When we use when we use d in place of r, then we can use 2 pi into d by 2. 2 and 2 cancel out, then perimeter of the circle is pi d, and area pi d square upon 4. You are a student of BTech and BSc, so you can also calculate, and you can know that what is the area of the circle and perimeter of the circle. And active tip is here, we can say that when heat will transfer from one surface to outer surface, inner surface to outer surface, then we can say that it is an active surface, because active heat transfer is occurring. So we can say that Qx equals to Q convection, because heat will transfer continuously and nothing heat will absorbing. All heat from inside is going to the outside. So Qx equals to Q convection. Qx is minus Ka C dt by dx, and Q convection formula is Ha dt by Ha dt. That means H AC dt means difference of temperature. We can use the term in place of dt is theta L. So here you can also see TB minus T infinite and fluid T infinite. You can also see in that all diagrams you can understand, I think. So another Sorry guys, I think some mistake is, I think some network issue is occurring, so please wait just a second. I'm trying to solve that issue. So I hope. So guys, so now another topic is fins of uniform cross sectional area. Here you can see that everywhere cross sectional area is equal, that is equal to AC, and here is AC, and here also we can say here is also AC, and the temperature of system is TB, and here is the T infinite temperature, and H is a constant, and L here is this small surface area, the small amount of small length of a fin, that is dx. We take a small length, that is dx, and the small surface area of that small length dx is das, and the perimeter of that surface area, that is p, that is called p, and p is fin perimeter, and ac is the constant, and das equals to p dx surface area das is equals to p dx, because it is a perimeter. When we multiply perimeter into length, or we can say that into height, that is equals to area, that is 3dx, and d by dx ac dt by dx minus h by k ds by dx ts minus t infinite, that is equals to 0. That means what we have done in that slide, in that topic. So basically we have done that, we have used that the heat will transfer from this place to this place, from this place to this place. So the heat just wait a second, I am using a pen. So we use h a dt by dx dt upon dx. So guys, don't mind my writing, because it is too much difficult to write on the computer screen without using a word pad. So that is equals to, that is a q conduction equals to q convection. So q convection, we know that ka K into temperature difference, that is Tx minus T infinite. So when we divide by H both sides, when we take the right side from left side, then the minus sign will come, and divide by H. So here only the term of A dt by dx remain, and this side K H by K. Sorry guys, I think I have taken some mistake. Sorry guys. So guys, here will k will come in place of h, and here h will come. When we divide k both sides, then this side only a dt by dx will remain, and this side k this side h upon k a into difference of temperature will remain. And when we divide by dx, or we can say that when when we divide by dx, we get that equation. I hope all of you are understand what am I saying. So another is when we multiply by dx, then d2 by d2t upon dx2 minus hb by kc dx minus t infinite. When we will simplify, or we can say that when we simplify and rearranging, we get that equations. After simplification of this equation, we can easily get this equation. You can solve yourself. It is very easy. It is not much difficult. So here you can say that excess temperature Tx minus T infinite. When we can say that this surface temperature is 45 and this surface temperature is 30, then what we can so then we can say that the excess temperature is 45 minus 30, that is 15 degrees Celsius is the excess temperature. So in terms of T, we can write that excess temperature, that is theta x equals to Tx minus T infinite. So that is d2t upon dx2 minus hpkc. This is a previous slide equation, and after simplification we got t2 theta upon dx2 minus m square theta because the term of the hp upon kc assume a m square in place of hp upon kc we assume m square. Then it is a it is a differential equation in two order differential equation. We will, after simplifying that two order differential equation, we get so now we get the solution of theta x equals to c1 e raised to the power minus mx plus c2 e raised to the power mx. So in two order differential equation, we assume that that the 1 minus m square equals to 0, and after simplification you can also studied, you can also see, you can, I think that I hope you have studied the differential equations in previous semester, because it is a important and integral part of mathematics. That is differential equation in 2 degree and 3 degree and many types of differential equations. After solving that equation, we get theta x equals to c1 e raised to the power minus mx plus c2 e raised to the power mx. Here m square equals to hp upon kc we have already discussed. So d1 sin h mx plus d2 cos h mx. When we further simplify this equation, we get this equation, because e raised to the power minus mx plus e raised to the power mx upon 2, that is cos hyperbolic mx, or e raised to the power minus mx minus e raised to the power mx upon 2, that is sin hyperbolic mx. So after simplifying, after converting, we get that equation d1 sin h mx plus d2 cos h mx. Here d1 d2 c1 c2 are constant, and boundary condition, that is 8x equals to 0. Just wait, x equals to 0, t0 equals to t, theta 0 equals to t0 minus t infinite. That is, we can say, so here tx equals to theta x equals to tx minus t infinite. Here you can say, you can solve all of these equations. I hope, because you are a genius, or I think all of you are studying BTech or BSc, and that and after and BTech and BSc students are intelligent, so you can solve yourself. So here is the equation. It is very easy equation. When you see the first step, you can understand that what will come in place of second step. So it is not much difficult. It is a easy equations. So now we will discuss temperature distribution. So for long fin, we can say theta x equals to theta x upon theta v, that is temperature difference. Theta x that is temperature at x, temperature at b point, that is e raised to the power minus mx. And convection tip, we can say theta x upon theta v, that is cos hyperbolic, h means hyperbolic, m l minus x plus h upon m k sin hyperbolic m l minus x upon divided by cos hyperbolic ml plus h by mk sin hyperbolic m l. So adiabatic tip, we can say theta x upon theta v, that is cos hyperbolic m l minus x upon cos hyperbolic m l. So now for the total heat loss by the fin, we can say that is qf equals to minus ka dt by dx, or we can say integration of h tx minus t infinite dA, because h a into t s minus t infinite is the formula of heat transfer from convection. So here the here the formula is written. So after integrating the net heat, the total heat loss by the fin will occur, or we can say that will find. So after putting all of these values, we can find all of that. So long fin, the formula is qf equals to h under root hp k ac into theta b, that is equals to m, and convection tip, that is the root hp kac theta b into sin hyperbolic ml plus h upon mk cos hyperbolic ml divided by cos hyperbolic ml plus h upon mk sin hyperbolic ml. Adiabatic tip, the formula is root hp kac theta b tan hyperbolic ml equals to m tan hyperbolic ml. So here temperature distribution for fins of different configuration is written in that slides. So all of that slides, the different configuration has written, or we can say that heat transfer have written. Sorry guys. And in case first, so when tip condition convection heat transfer, when tip condition is convection heat transfer, then the formula is minus k d theta by dx, k h theta l, that is temperature distribution formula is here written in that diagram, and fin heat transfer formula is here. And for adiabatic condition, the temperature distribution is this, and the fin heat transfer is this, and given temperature for theta l equals to temperature distribution is this, and fin heat transfer is this. So for infinitely long fin, the total temperature distribution is this, and fin heat transfer is this. All of that equations we have already discussed in previous slides. If you are facing some problem, please I requested you to all of you that please watch some another videos related to heat transfer, because it is a high level lecture, or we can say that high level problem, problem compared to basic. So here is t minus t infinite m square is equal to hp upon kac, and here m equals to hp root hp kac theta b. So this table is so we can say another. So fin efficiency and effectiveness. So now we will discuss the fin efficiency and effectiveness. How effective a fin can enhance heat transfer is characterized by the fin effectiveness ratio of fin heat transfer and the heat transfer without the fin for an adiabatic fin. So the formula is epsilon f, that is fin efficiency, or we can say that fin effectiveness, that is qf upon qf upon qf upon, in place of q we can write hac tb minus t infinite, and in place of qf we can write root hp kac tan hyperbolic ml upon hyperbolic upon hac, that is root k p upon hac tan hyperbolic ml. When we simplify that equation or putting the value of q, we get that equation. If the fin is long enough, that is if ml is greater than 2, that is called long enough fin. And so tan hyperbolic ml tends to 1, it can be considered an infinite fin. So epsilon f also tends to root kp upon hac, because tan hyperbolic ml tends to 1. So when we put the value of 1, we get that equations. So we can write again that equation in that planner. So that is k by h p by ac. In order to enhance heat transfer, fin effectiveness must be greater than 1. So if fin effectiveness greater than 1, then we can say that it is a high, or we can say that it is a good heat transfer fin. However, epsilon f is greater than equal to 2 will be considered justifiable. If epsilon f, we can say that fin effectiveness is less than 1, then we have an insulator instead of a heat fin. So another further continuing, we can write kp upon hc, k by hp upon ac. We know that formula, and we have discussed, or we have derived that formula. To increase ef, the fins material should have higher thermal conductivity k. Why it is necessary? Because here is k is directly proportional to epsilon f. That means epsilon f proportional to k raised to the power 1 by 2. That means when we increasing k, the value of fin effectiveness will also increase. So we can write that to increase effectiveness, the fins material should have higher thermal conductivity, that is k. It seems to be counterintuitive. Sorry guys, I hope that I am pronunciating right. If I am pronunciating wrong, please correct me and comment on the comment box. That the lower convection coefficient h, the higher epsilon of fin effectiveness. But it is not, because if h is very high, it is not necessary to enhance heat transfer by adding heat fins. Therefore, heat fins are more effective if h is low. Observation: if fins are to be used on surfaces separating gas and liquid, fins are usually placed on the gas side. So the formula is we have also derived, that is qf upon q is the formula of effectiveness. Then qf upon, in place of q, we can write that term. So after further simplification, we get rth upon rtf. So another is fin efficiency. We have discussed fin effectiveness. Now we will discuss fin efficiency. So the fin sorry guys, I have, sorry guys, just wait. So fin efficiency. So what is fin efficiency? Basically, the fin efficiency is defined as the ratio. Note it down, guys. Ratio of the energy transferred through a real fin to that transferred through an ideal fin. An ideal fin is thought to be one made of a perfect or infinite conductor material. A perfect conductor has an infinite thermal conductivity, so that the entire fin is at the base material temperature. That is the formula is Q and neta. That is fin efficiency, that Q real upon Q ideal. And when we put all of that value, HPKAC in under root HPKAC theta into tan hyperbolic ml upon HPL theta L. So here is a real situation, we can say, and this is an ideal situation when heat will transfer same in all same, or we can say that equally in all part of the fin. That is ideal situation. But in real situation, that will not happen, that heat will transfer ideally similar, or we can say that equally in all part. So neta, when we put all of the value, we get the equation, that is tan hyperbolic ml upon divided by ml. So thermal resistance concept. So here is a fin, or we can say that here is another term, that is A equals to AB plus NF. And now I think I have covered the fin topic. So I hope, just wait guys, I am starting a new topic. So before starting that topic, I just wait. And so guys, here is another topic, that is thermal resistance concept. So the net area, that is this area and this area, so we include, and RB equals to T upon KB A. And the when we simplify and when we convert it into an electric model, we get that is first resistance, and that is another resistance, that is third resistance. Because first resistance first resistance is this, and second is this, and third first is this, and second is this, and third is this. So here is right, here we can write that R1 equals to L1 upon K1. You have I hope that you have studied the formula of the resistance, and the formula of that is HA neta 0, and when we put all of the value, Q equals to difference of temperature upon net resistance. We know that the voltage equals to V equals to I equals to V upon R. So in place of I, we use Q. In place of V, we use temperature difference, and in place of R, we use the thermal resistance concept. So T1 minus T infinite equals to R1 plus RB plus RT 0. R1 plus RB, that is RB, plus RT0, that is RT0. Another part is RT0. So another is estimation of error in temperature measurement in the thermometer wall. It is a theoretical slides, and I hope you can read that all content in the slides. So please take a screenshot and read yourself, because it is not a conceptual slide, or we can say that conceptual concept, so that you can also study it easily. So extended fins. Now we will discuss extended surfaces. So first of all, we will discuss the definition of that surfaces. Sorry guys. Also known as combined conduction convection system, or fin, is a solid within which heat transfer by conduction is assumed to be one-dimensional, while heat is also transferred by convection from the surface. Extended surfaces may exist in many situations, but are commonly used as fins to enhance heat transfer by increasing the surface area available for convection. So it is enhance heat transfer by increasing the surface area. Please remark the highlighted, or we can say that highlighted or red marked words. Please remark that all of red mark or highlighted words. So guys, yeah, they are particularly beneficial when heat transfer coefficient is small, as for a gas and natural convection. Some typical fin configurations. Here is some typical fin configurations we have already discussed in previous slides. So equations for extended surfaces. Now we will discuss the equations. What type of equations we used? Here we take a small surface area, that is dx. Small length, and the surface area, that is dA. We can write all of that equations. Q convection we have already discussed in previous slides. You can see in that diagram, we have already discussed in previous slide. So after simplifying, we get that equations. So I hope all of you are understand what am I saying. I have already discussed, and if you have studied the main basic concept before the part of the fins, you have you can understand very easily. It is very much easy after studying the previous concept. So fins of uniform cross sectional areas. So that is uniform construction areas we have already discussed in previous slides. I think that these slides have come. I have already discussed that topic in previous slides. So another is boundary conditions. Several boundary conditions are typically employed. Here is specified temperature, negligible heat loss, convection, and radiation. So at the fin base, here you can see in that moving diagram, specified temperature at the fin base. Here is fin base, and specified temperature boundary condition expressed, that is theta b, that is Tb minus T infinite. Here is Tb minus T infinite. At the fin tip, first specified temperature, at the fin tip, that is the fin tip. It is a fin tip, infinite long fin, adiabatic tip, and convection and combined convection. So temperature distribution for fins of different configuration we have already discussed in previous slides. I think that by misprinting it has come it continued second times. So I please forgive me to make this mistake. So fin effectiveness I have already covered. What is going on right now? So the performance of the fins is judged on the basis of the enhanced in heat transfer relative to the non-fin case. The performance of fin is expressed in terms of the fin effectiveness. That is, we have already discussed heat transfer rate from the fin of base area, that is base area, and the heat transfer rate from the surface area, that is surface area. In effectiveness, we have already discussed that it's QF upon Q. After simplifying, we get RTH upon RTF. It is a ratio of the thermal resistance due to convection to the thermal resistance of a fin in order to enhance heat transfer. The fin's resistance should be lower than that of the resistance due only to convection. So fin design. So total heat loss QF, that is M tan hyperbolic ml for an adiabatic fin, or QF equals to M tan hyperbolic mlc if there is convective heat transfer at the tip, where m equals to root hp upon kc. We have already discussed, and we have already discussed that m equals to root hp kac into theta b equals to root hp kac. In place of theta b, we can use tb minus t infinite. Use the thermal resistance concept. We get root hp upon kac 10 ml into tb minus t infinite, that is equals to temperature difference divided by resistance, when where RTF is the thermal resistance of the fin. For a fin with adiabatic tip, the fin resistance can be expressed as TB minus T infinite upon QF. When we multiplying by RTF on both sides and divided by QF on both sides, we get RTF equals to TB minus T infinite upon QF. It has come come in that equation. After solving this equation, we get, sorry guys, after solving this equation, we get this equation. Fin efficiency. Define fin equation efficiency, that is QF upon Qmax, where Qmax represents an idealized situation such that the fin is made up of material with infinite thermal conductivity. Therefore, the fin should be at the same temperature as the temperature of the base. That is the formula of the heat transfer. Fin efficiency, we have already discussed the fin efficiency. Fin efficiency, use an adiabatic rectangular fin as an example. After you can also understand in that equations, or we can say that all of these equations can simplify very easily after putting the step by step all of that values. We can simplify easily, so you can also read yourself, or we can say that you can understand yourself. Overall fin efficiency for an area of fins, that is defined terms AB base area exposed to coolant, AF equals to surface area of a single fin, and AT total area including base area and total fin surface, that is AB plus NAF, and is total number of fins. Overall fin efficiency is QT equals to QB plus NQF, and after putting all of these values, we got neta 0 equals to we got QT equals to neta 0 HAT into TB minus T infinite. When we further simplify, we get define overall fin efficiency. We get the value is the value that is 1 minus NAF upon AF into 1 minus neta F, that is fin efficiency. So heat transfer from a fin array. So you can also write, or we can say that you can also understand yourself. It is very easy. After putting the step by step values, you get another step. So we can say that you get another terms that is very easy. So guys, just wait a second. I hope I have made some mistakes. I have discussed all topics. So guys, it is the after solving that fin after solving heat transfer from fin array, we get Q equals to H A T B minus T infinite, that is HAB plus NABF TB minus T infinite, that is 1 upon HA. Here A B comma F is the base area unexposed for the fin to enhance heat transfer. So AT neta 0 is greater than A, that is to increase the effective area neta 0 AT. So it was the last topic of today's lecture. I hope all of you have enjoyed today's lecture, and please guys, I am requesting to all of you that please like, subscribe and share. It doesn't take so much time to subscribe my channel, but if you subscribe my channel, it gives me boost to make some another videos. So please like, subscribe and share. So thank you, have a nice day, tata, see you soon.